guys, and welcome to another video. And in today's video we are looking at Saryn Prime. I got this Prime not a long time ago, a while ago I suppose. Pretty much as soon as it came out. I didn't buy the pack, I decided to farm for it. I also have the Spyro Primes and the Nakana Prime, but that's for another day when I do weapon testing. You'll see a bit of the Nakana Prime in the video, but let's hop straight into it. Before we do that though, if you look down bottom right, you're gonna need positive everything to make this build really work. How positive you want to go is your decision, but it kinda needs to be everything positive because Saryn does take a lot of work. Now, as you can see, I've gone as close as I can for all of it. If anything, if I could change anything, it would be range, which I can, but that does ruin my strength, so it's really tough to find a good mod build, but I'll just show you mine. Start off with rejuvenation. Again, like my last video, I don't need it at all. You can put anything as long as you want to form it, but I couldn't be bothered, so I just placed rejuvenation in there. My extra mod is power drift. If you don't have an extra mod slot, like I said last time, it really doesn't matter. It's just 15% extra strength and knockdown. First one's fleeting expertise, because you really need a lot of efficiency to use this. You're going to be bashing a lot of buttons over and over to try and get your skills out, and I'll explain that after. You need primed continuity for your power duration, because, well, you're going to need power duration as well for your powers to stay up so that they don't waste. Flow, primed flow is probably best, but flow works just as well. She can get up to a max of 880, I believe, power, which is really good. It's joint with Volt Prime. Overextended for the power range, but it takes off strength, so you're going to need to battle that with power strength, which is transient fortitude and blind rage. Streamlined again for more efficiency, and then 81% power duration with narrow-minded. So let's jump into the abilities. Just like the normal Saryn, she has all the same abilities. She has spores, inflicts targets with viral damage over time, destroying the spore, will spread it to nearby enemies. Molt, shredding her skin like a snake. Saryn leaves a decoy behind to draw fire from its enemies. It will not draw enough fire unless you're far enough away from the Molt. Remember that. You have to be away from the Molt so that they attack that instead of you, otherwise they'll still attack you as well. Toxic Lash, when active, melee strikes burst spores, causing them to spread to nearby enemies. Miasma. Saryn pollutes the atmosphere with a lethally poisonous mist that corrodes all enemies in range, deals additional damage to enemies under toxin and viral effects. Now, deals additional damage to enemies under toxin and viral effects. That's when the Molt comes in and the spores come in. The spores deal viral damage, and I think when the Molt blows up, it deals toxin damage. So you're gonna want to use all your powers as one. Now, basically what I do usually, because it wastes the least power, is I instantly activate Toxic Lash. I put a Molt down. I put about 10 spores on my Molt. I either let them destroy it, or I slice at them and they die, and then as soon as your Molt dies, it will blow up and release the spores to other enemies, then slash those spores and they'll keep going to more people and deal massive damage. Basically, what Saryn Prime is basically you have to use every single power to get the full effect, but that's not a problem considering her massive power pool of 880. Now let's get into some gameplay. As you can see, I put my Molt down and I literally place a few spores on it, and then it starts spreading. You see all those numbers ticking very fast. The range is absolutely fine, doesn't need to be higher. Of course, it'll spread further if the range is higher, but basically what that does is it just deals massive damage over time, which is just really good. I think I put a couple of Molts down here. I think I did that mistakenly, really, but it blows up inside shields. Doesn't do too much damage because of the fact that the nullifier is on it, but it still takes down shields, so it's also good for that. But basically, with Saryn, just put the Molts down and put the spores on and just forget about your worries, basically. Why do I say basically so much? Anyway, enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'm just going to put some music over it. Some really professional standard PlayStation music. And I just died. Enjoy.